resurrecting the script perhaps, because again, I hate to keep reminding people that Mama Beth and I busted this out months and months ago. I hate to really keep reminding people, but this really is old dirt. Old dirt that wasn't just claimed to be put out there, it was put out there. The documentation is all over, whether you find it on my channel or Mama Beth's channel. I guess Stellar's upset again. I mean, I have to assume it came from Stellar. It started festering up again with Stellar doing his, behind-the-scenes talk and probably crying because he sent money to somebody and once again he didn't get his money back. But here's the deal. It's not about the money that should have gone to St. Jude because, again, I was there as well. I'm everywhere, Jaylene, and to all the Jaylene supporters out there, I suppose. Listen, and I love y'all for, having your opinion and having your own perception on things. I'm not going to try to take that from you, but I'm definitely going to voice my perception. And I will remind you, it was hate chat, hate chat, hate chat, $2 here, $5 here, $10 here. Let's piss off the haters. You really want to piss off Mallery Williams? Light up my super chat. You really want to piss off Elvis Travels? Light up my super chat. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. And you know what was happening? Them bitches were lighting up that super chat like nobody's business. You know what was also happening over and over again? Because here was the argument back then, people. The side of light and right had the argument of, I don't think St. Jude's would want anything to do with this money if they know how it was being raised. It's dirty, it's underhanded, it's ill-gotten. I really don't think St. Jude's would want to be associated with it. So those are points that were thrown out there. Listen, you shouldn't behave like this. You shouldn't collect money like this. You know what they're saying? Listen, I don't care what Stellar does with, not Stellar, excuse me, Tucker. I don't care what Tucker does with the money. I'm giving money because I enjoy Tucker. I'm giving money because I like this channel. I'm giving money for blah, 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 blah reason. And yes, I'm quite sure there was many who said, I'm giving money because I hate Mallery. I'm giving money because I can't stand Elvis. It was a place for our haters to gather, who did not support us and never supported us and never were going to support us. Whatever we had going continued on. It just continued on. And that was my point to them. It was like, listen, what are you people accomplishing here other than your little hate chat? You're throwing your money to make a point that you hate somebody. So no, Jaylene, it was not about, I'm sorry, it was not about St. Jude. I just kind of know what I'm talking about. When I tell you, back in the day, Mama Beth and I knew full well there was no receipts to be had because we didn't believe then that hardly any of that money, if any, made it to St. Jude's. Okay, but you know who was right there to insist they did? Stellar. Stellar Joe was right there on these ugly panels. Whether it was Cooper's ugly panel, whether it was Tucker's ugly panel, any ugly panel he could have got on with a little bit of light to do the wrong thing and to sit there and support the wrong thing, there he was. There was your Stellar Joe sitting right up in there, darling. Just as happy as could be, offended by nothing, and swearing to the gods that he's seen with his own eye every damn dollar donated that Tucker said was donated. Let me take that one step further. Now he's given, air quotes, loan Tucker $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000. Who cares? Loan some more money out there, right, people? To a boat, an inflatable boat, all right, as he sat there on Tucker's panel, and somehow or another, in order to support that dream of having an inflatable boat, he invested $4,000 or $5,000 into Tucker's dream, right? A dream to float around in that boat, be seen on video in that boat, have a good time in that boat. By the way, but here's the problem. This is a hypocritical mindset I get from people like Stellar. Again, what was the name of that boat, people? Does anybody remember the name of the boat at the time? They already had the name picked out. In fact, they even superimposed the name over the boat. Does anybody remember the name of that boat? Well, I do. They named that boat the Manatee. The Manatee. So that's what they named it. That's what Stellar was helping to push and condone. Okay? All that good stuff. All of it. Knowing full well his own sister is transgender. But he's okay with that kind of stuff. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for him. Not one bit. As Sting says, it's all YouTube fuckery. So when you end up with fuckery in your bag, in your box, that's what you bought. You bought fuckery. That's what you invested in. You invested in fuckery. You loaned money on fuckery. You dance with fuckery. And then you want a refund. Or then you want to throw people under the bus because they fuckeried you around and didn't pay you on time if they were supposed to pay you. So let's go. So we'll throw these people under the bus and just conveniently leave out the part where you were sitting there with them the whole goddamn time, enjoying every bit of fuckery you could get your face on at the time. Because if there was fuckery to be had and it was captured on live panel, there he was. There he was. So what? We're to blame Tucker. This is what a few people out there. Now I'm going to say, not anybody with any major pull down here, any pull at all as far as I can tell. That's why I comfortably named this We the People. Because I'll tell you what, Diane's not trying to hang him. Wendy's not trying to hang him. Molly Golightly's not trying to hang him down here. No one. I'm not trying to hang him down here. I mean, who the hell is trying to really hang him down here? Mama Beth, I'm telling you right now, she's not trying to hang him. I'm pretty confident that she holds the same position as I did, or at least like-minded. At least we're in the ballpark, her and I. We're now, we just laugh about the fuckery. You know, we just laugh about the fuckery. Because the whole thing is laughable. At this point in time, it's laughable. If anybody thinks that Tucker was sitting up there acting alone, fools, I say, fools. Video don't lie, okay? But it didn't change the fact that he was like, if you really want to piss off, if you really want to hurt them, you want to listen to these words, you want to put them out of business, the only way to do that is to hit them where it hurts. Hit them in their wallets. Stop feeding them. Stop giving them money. To me, that was his con. Not St. Jude. If there was a con, that was the con. So, if anyone should be really complaining about this particular con, it should be me and Elvis. Me and Elvis should come out, listen, you conned your people using us. You used us to con your people out of money, to ramp up their hatred and give you money, mind you, give you money so that you could do as you please with it. Give a couple bucks to St. Jude. Give a couple people to these mystery people that you help at the bottom of YouTube. You can't. Do you imagine if this went in front with Judge Judy and you all asked her to try to divide this money up and see what was supposed to go where, whose $2 was supposed to go to him because they love his channel so much and they hate Mallery and Elvis, and whose $5 was actually supposed to make it into the St. Jude's. Come on. She would tell all y'all to get your asses the hell out of here. This is fuckery, and I don't have time to deal with this mess. You all are grown people. All grown. It's fuckery. And you got what you paid for. But here's the thing. I'm telling you right now, Mr. Roper, and this goes for everybody. He pushed that chat so much more to do with the hatred for Elvis and myself. Way more. At a much greater percentage than any St. Jude's he ever... I'm telling you right now. He didn't have St. Jude's all over his, plastered all over his screen. He wasn't yelling St. Jude's every 5 minutes. You know what he was yelling? We hate Mallery. If you hate Mallery, light up the super chat. Let's really piss her off. Let's really piss her off. You can't stand that Elvis walks through the park with his shirt off because kids are around. Let's put him out of business. Let's put him out of business. Light up my super chat. Light it up. And y'all dummies lit it up. You lit it up like a Christmas tree at Disney World, honey. You lit it up. And now you're mad. Now you want to see receipts a year later because somebody got buyer's remorse and sent out another big fat stack of cash in hopes that they were going to get they're going to get something out of this. Maybe he's mad because he never got a ride in the Manatee, all right? He never got to ride in the boat named the Manatee, for God's sake. For any new people out there that don't know what the Manatee represents, okay? It was spelled M-A-N in capitals for man, okay? M-A-N, big man. And that's what they nicknamed me as a transgender person. Man, a T, okay? And that's what they named the boat. And that's what Stellar invested in. I'm sorry. I'll say it again. When you invest your money in fuckery, you're going to get a payoff. If you're looking for fuckery, honey, you're going to get your investment back tenfold, people. I'm never wrong, people. Love me or hate me, I'm never come in wrong, honey. So let me tell you how this is going to play out. Stellar is not going to get his money back, okay? He's not going to get $4,000 back or $5,000. So that's done. You're going to get a 2-for-1 here. He's not going to get that money back. He got what he invested in. Tucker, he's not going to jail. He's not even going to get a letter in the mail, much less a knock on his door from anyone of authority, darling. That's my promise. Tucker's not going to jail. So anyone that sits there and tries to pipe up a chat talking about you just wait or this is coming down the pike or whatever, bitch please. Hashtag bitch please. I've been around these parts a long time. And although I've never stepped foot in Canada, I can tell you this much. There is not one Canadian official that is going to take their time to hunt down some man on YouTube that said he was going to give a few bucks or whatever, to St. Jude. Ain't nobody cares. St. Jude don't even care. They're not going to care. So you can sit there and say, listen, they have a whole investigation team dedicated to this, and they're looking into it, and they're doing that. You know what? The money never hit their door, people. It never hit their door. No, it was nothing official. No one went onto their website and got permission to hold can't use the term fundraiser, but anything, there was no affiliation whatsoever. There was no affiliation. Behaving like children. By giving some man on the tube $5, $10, $20 to go to St. Jude in hopes it would get there. That's foolish. That's ridiculous. That if you gave somebody $2 on the promise that some man you don't even know was going to give that $2 and forward it over to St. Jude, that was you signing on for fuckery. You know better than that. If you want to give $2 to St. Jude, you go online and you give St. Jude $2. Give him $5. But you know what? Where's the glory in that, people? Because St. Jude isn't going to sit there and highlight your fuckery, right? St. Jude isn't going to sit there and highlight the fact that you gave $2 in order to piss off Mallery or Elvis, right? You all signed on for the fuckery, period. And there ain't nobody in these here parts that are going to side up with any of these lowball wannabes to pull down Tucker chats. Why is it that you can somehow think, okay, we can we can pounce him for the lie that a few bucks were going to go to St. Jude, but we can't pounce him for the lie that he was going to be taking money from Elvis and Mallery. That never happened. Stupid is as stupid does. And if you're going to give some man, and now you're going to come give this guy 20 bucks because he told you that $20 is going to put Mallery Williams or Elvis out of business. Bitch, please. You invested in fuckery, you get what you pay for. Trixie says, but he still used sick children to get more money. He also used poor me and poor Elvis to get more money. You know, see us bitching about it. We're not bitching about it. I mean, let's be real, Trixie. Let's just keep it in context. It's not like he ran video promos and aired them on the networks, all right? It's not like he, for just $4 a day, you can help support a poor sick child at the St. Jude facility. But let's just keep it in a context here, okay? Let's just keep it in a context. I'm just saying there was a hell of a lot more money made off of Elvis and me than there ever was for St. Jude's. Period. Honey, I can do the math. I can do the math.